Attorneys for the man charged in the subway chokehold death of Jordan Neely have released a series of videos of their clients speaking on camera.
For myself, but I looked around, I saw women and children. He was yelling in their faces, saying these threats.
But you could look.
I couldn't just sit still.
Well, it's the first time the 24-year-old Marine veteran describes his account of what happened in a subway car in Manhattan back in May. Joining us this morning is his attorney, Thomas Kenniff. Nice to have you back on Good Day New York. So why release these videos with Daniel talking about what happened that day on the subway?
Well, you know, if you look, Rosanna, at the narrative that has been put out on this case, I mean, some really disparaging commentary concerning my client. You know, really, you know, from some of the media, some of arguably the mainstream media, including, by the way, elected officials here in New York State. So, you know, you reach a point as a defense attorney where, yes, absolutely, the client has a Fifth Amendment right not to say anything. I would say for most good defense attorneys, that's the default. But you reach a point, and I think we reached a point in this case where we said, look, you know, we need to, you know, counter this narrative, let the public know who Danny Penny really is. And that's what this was about.
So there are reports that the Manhattan DA has convened a grand jury investigating possible charges against Daniel Penny. Will you have Daniel participate in this grand jury?
You know, yeah, I would say that that is a very, obviously a very significant decision. In most cases that our firm or really any other criminal firm handles, defendants do not testify in the grand jury for a variety of reasons. You know, so the decision of whether or not we'll actually have him testify in this grand jury is going to be one that's going to be made among our legal team, obviously consulting with Danny himself, and we're just really not certain yet whether that's going to happen.
There seems to be a lot of back and forth on the amount of time this chokehold took place, whether it was from less than 5 minutes to 15 minutes. I know we do have Daniel Penny saying something about in response to that. We have a soundbite of that, so let's just go ahead and play that, and I'll get you to answer after.
Sure.
Some people say that I was holding on to Mr. Neely for 15 minutes. This is not true. I mean, between stops is only a couple minutes, and so the whole interaction lasted less than 5 minutes. Some people say I was trying to choke him to death, which is also not true. I was trying to restrain him.
How do you get such a discrepancy in terms of 15 minutes to 5 minutes?
Yeah, well, look, you know, the reality is no one really knows where that 15-minute narrative came from. I mean, the only place that I can really trace it back to is the very early reports on this case, before anybody really knew anything, before Danny was even arrested. This narrative was put out there. You know, it's contradicted by the evidence. In fact, the mayor actually himself came out a few days after the incident and said, you know, absolutely not. We have the police-aided reports. We see the body cam video when the police actually responded to the scene, and it wasn't anything close to 15 minutes. Anybody who's rode the subway here in New York knows that, you know, your average subway ride between stops takes about 2 minutes. This whole encounter occurred, you know, it began immediately when Mr. Neely entered the subway train, and it then concluded at the next subway stop. So we're really looking at a timeline here of a few minutes from when the encounter first began to when the police arrived on scene.
And that subway car was filled of other people, some witnesses as well. When is their story going to be coming out to kind of corroborate what your client is saying?
Well, you know, look, obviously the grand jury presentation, that's the district attorney's sandbox. But we anticipate that the grand jury will hear from witnesses. They'll hear from eyewitnesses that were on that subway train. And we anticipate that those witnesses will corroborate really everything my client has said in those videos and on all previous occasions, that this was a terrifying situation. Jordan Neely entered that subway car, immediately began making threats, immediately began acting violently, and it was a terrifying situation. You know, we spoke with one eyewitness, one passenger, who again we're hopeful the grand jury will ask to hear from. And she said, you know, the minute Mr. Neely said that I'm ready to die and I'm ready to go to jail for the rest of my life, you could hear a pin drop on that subway car. You know, this went from just, you know, I don't want to say an ordinary situation, but one we've all been in where you have someone acting disturbed or erratically on a subway train, to a situation where those aboard that train, including my client, feared that someone might die.
Yeah.
And what about, in that videotape, you see other people next to Daniel Penny trying to restrain Mr. Neely. Where do they fit in?
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, there were at least 2 other individuals that came to help my client restrain Mr. Neely, one of which, by the way, is a person of color. Again, whether the grand jury is going to hear from those individuals or not, that's going to be up to the grand jurors and the district attorney. But certainly, they are very relevant to the situation here, and they really counter this narrative that my client was some sort of lone wolf vigilante, which of course absolutely he wasn't.
Does he feel comfortable to carry on his regular day-to-day activities these days?
Well, look, it's a very difficult thing. I mean, he has a tremendous amount of support, right? We saw that from the online fundraising. We see that everywhere, and he's very grateful for it. Of course, there are people out there that want to characterize him as something he's not. They were calling him racist, white supremacist, murderer, vigilante, and that's a scary thing, right? Because you never know who's out there when you're moving around, particularly a city like New York. So that's a concern for him. But I would say, look, he's someone who's obviously been tested. He, as a teenager, he entered the Marine Corps when most people are, most kids his age are at college, going to keg parties. So if anybody can handle something like this, it's him. But it's a very, very difficult thing.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on and explaining the videos to us this morning, Thomas Kenniff. All right. We're keeping an eye on this case.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
All right.